What up, doe? Cranking it up louder than your Super NES startup screen? It's your boys, Detroit Love, Pete Up Arcade Loft, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes Friday night. Just got live.
Holy shit, gentlemen. It is September 12th, 2025, and we have a heck of a show planned for everyone tonight. It's the Super Game Room Dudes, your favorite and the longest running home arcade podcast show on YouTube. And we're here. We're ready. We got a number of awesome topics tonight. I'm super excited for tonight's broadcast. Good to see everybody. The whole crew is here for a change. It's been so hard this summer for all four of us. Oh, what did I do there? It's been so hard this summer for all four of us to consistently be here every week. So it's really nice to see that we got Detroit Love. We got Michael B. the Game Genie. We got Nostalgia. How you gentlemen doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I would just like to take a moment and I want to affix my hat properly here to represent
the
2-0 Green Bay Packers.
I'm not putting up with this.
Well, we got two big surprises in store, and it's not Carl rage quitting the Super Game Room Dudes. Two big surprises in store for everybody for tonight's episode. For starters, we have a special guest. It was really hard to get this guy to come on the show. I mean, it took a lot of begging, pleading, crying.
On his part.
Mike, you knew where I was going. Mike and I are so much alike. I mean, this guy begged, pleaded, cried, begged to be on the show, and we said, why not? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, do me a huge favor in the live chat and say hi to your good friend and mine, Justin, Console Kids.
What is going on, guys? Hey, it's great to be here. I heard Arcade1Up hasn't sold very many Pac-Mans recently, so I'm back.
Well, if anyone can help move that Arcade1Up merchandise, it is Console Kids. Isn't that right, buddy?
That's right. Pac-Man is the best.
Now, we call Mikey 2 pins. Console Kids, would you be Justin 7? Is it 17 pin? Mikey 7?
Does that include the Star Wars LE that I just pre-ordered? Or
you ordered the LE, you rich motherfucker.
Oh, man. So good to have Justin back. Justin, as you guys know, is a good friend of ours. We talk to him every day offline. Well, I'm sorry, online, just off the air. And it's nice to see you back on YouTube. You had some great adventures and coverage talking about the new Star Wars Fall of the Empire pinball machine at the Stern headquarters. And we're going to get all the whole story from you very, very soon when we get to that topic.
Oh, I thought I was here for the Nintendo Direct.
We are going to talk about the Nintendo Direct.
I didn't prepare for any of this pinball stuff.
Yep, we had a Nintendo Direct that only had a couple of shining moments, in my opinion, but we'll dive into it. Hopefully everyone caught that.
I think our GT85 made a video that explained it the best. That had to be one of the strangest Nintendo Directs of all time. Easily.
Yeah. And then also we're going to talk about, so we got we got Nintendo Direct, we got the new Star Wars pinball machine. What else did you put on the thumbnail here, Mike?
AtGames Star God Deluxe. I also put up the Arcade1Up Pac-Man Neon.
Right. And then our second surprise for the evening, guys, is we have, and this is no bullshit, we have the full games list that for the Basic Fun WrestleFest arcade machine coming out
Ultra.
later this year, supposedly later this year. And so that's that actually just came in, and we'll dive into that as well. It's an interesting game lineup, but we'll talk about all that when we get there. So we got a number of items to talk about. So hopefully you guys will stick around for the entire broadcast. As you guys know, we only try to go an hour and 18 minutes, which means we have an hour and 11 minutes left. Nostalgia, before we do, I got to give you a shout out. Guys, if you have not been watching Nostalgia's YouTube channel, you guys are on a good path in life. Make sure you guys continue to not watch Nostalgia's channel. But if you happen to trip and fall and stumble onto his YouTube channel, Nostalgia, you have been putting out some killer YouTube shorts lately, talking about like secrets in Super Mario World and all that stuff. What's that been like, making that kind of content? Because I think that's kind of new for you.
Yeah, it's something I've wanted to do for a really long time, and finally I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna find some time. I played around with some shorts and did different lengths and different topics and found what worked, and so far these are working pretty good.
You know what I really like about you, Nostalgia? Like, a lot of people will say, I'm doing YouTube for the community, I'm doing YouTube for things that interest me. You don't do any of that. You're like, listen, man, I just want to be a celebrity. I want to make as much money as possible. I will sink to any low to get myself ahead. And you own it. I appreciate that.
I just want to have fun, dude. That's it. Yeah. I literally just want to have fun and make a ton of money.
I remember when Nostalgia begged me to let him be a co-host on Super Game Room Dudes and sent me his entire press kit, Justin. He sent me his entire press kit.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Here's my credentials.
He's like, here's what the value I bring to your show. And he consistently brings value every week.
It's pretty good. When he applied for the 1UP Weekly, he didn't provide any credentials, any resume.
He wonders why he didn't get on the show. He wonders why.
He didn't get on it, but he was like, oh, I got to interview next time.
Do you know he actually tried to bribe Retro Ralph as well? When Retro Ralph got married, Nostalgia, what'd you send him? Like $500 in like coins or something like that?
No, I did not send him $500. I sent him a little wedding gift in the mail, but I don't know what happened with that. So
it was money. It was like a bunch of like different money.
That's typically what you do for wedding presents, is it not? Don't people give
I just send people a portrait of myself signed.
That's why you never get invited to weddings.
Now, before we do our live chat shout outs, guys, I got to give another shout out to another co-host on the panel, because this is the time of the year I get most excited. Not only is the weather cooling off, fall is beginning, summer's wrapping up, football's starting, which we could go on and on about football. We're such big football fans, but this is the time of the year that Detroit Love pounds out YouTube videos. Detroit Love, are we going to see you back making videos? He takes the summers off, guys, and then he's back for like a good 5-6 months. It's going to happen, right, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, look, I got stuff powered on. I hadn't had stuff powered on in a decade or so, it seems. So I'm excited. But you know, I always notice something. I always want to mention this. You know, have you guys noticed on that picture of us four that showed up in the IRK wrestling thing? I'm like the biggest guy in that image. You know,
you used to be you used to be a little chunky there, Carl. But look at you
guys
now.
Never told me that. You know,
he's even skinnier than Nostalgia now.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fat shame you, Carl. I mean, people make fun of me all the time for my weight, and you know, I think personally, I just have a pot belly. Like, I don't see the fatness like all over.
I'm super fat, as other content creators have pointed out. Yeah,
you know, I mean, like, honestly, I think it's all in the gut. Like, I look like a barrel, but like, I don't see it like anywhere else. So arms are skinny, legs are skinny, and I just got a beer gut that sticks out like Santa Claus.
That's not the only thing that's skinny.
That's called my muffin.
Little pencil dick.
Yeah. Mike, we got it.
All right.
I'm saying that his penis is really, really thin. If you didn't get
that extra amount. Unnecessary.
Well, we still didn't get it. What's happening?
Well, we're going to do our shout outs now, guys, and then we're going to get this show started proper. So if you want your shout outs, speak now or forever hold your peace. Nobody does it better than the Super Game Room Dudes. Sathius is here. We got Gamer Fridge. Make sure you guys check out Open Fridge Monday evenings, make sure you guys check out his podcast show. Steve Sale is here, Mad Astra Gaming, Brooklyn Menace, My Family, Chris NXXW, Ritual Dello, and Jason Little Alien moderating the chat, keeping all the riffraff out. We greatly appreciate that. Calvin Wong is here, Meatball Saucy, Bobby 1 ALU, One Up Kyle. Haven't seen One Up Kyle in a minute. Good to see you, Kyle. Patrick Murphy is here as well. The Fist of Love is here. Brain Damage coming in hot. J-Rod Skyhook.
Come back later. Okay?
We also have Hazo in the house. David G is here. Good to see David. Mike, we can take you off. We can take you off so you can go help her.
No, she wants to come on screen and show what I bought her today. That's why she's here.
If it's
Okay.
a Labubu, you have to let her show it.
No,
All
it's
right.
not.
All right. We got JJ here. We got Bobby 1 ALU's here as well. Nova Sonic, Retro Lab Rat. All of our favorites are trickling in. GG's here as well. All right, that's enough shout outs. Let's have her show us, Mike.
Scarlett, come in really quickly, okay? This is not my show, buddy. I don't get just to do whatever I want. Show them what you got.
This is P-Dub's show.
Okay, you got to explain it. What is it?
It's
Oh,
a mini
wow.
fridge that. So basically, mini brands, they thought they were not too tiny, so they just wanted to make them mini. So then, everything down here, it came with all this. And then, apparently, Miniverse had a thing with it, so they gave you some resin so you could make something. So that's what it is.
Wow, good stuff. Thanks for showing us, Scarlett.
Scarlett, ask Scarlett if her refrigerator's running.
Scarlett, is your refrigerator running?
No.
She says no.
Hey, how many parts are inside there? It seemed like there was a ton.
There's a bunch.
Well, it may not be running, but it does have this light that can change to the light that made it like
That's sweet.
Very
whatever
cool.
hardened.
Now ask Scarlett
Yeah.
if we can sideload ROMs on that fridge.
Can Nostalgia hack it and
No,
put games on it?
no, it
Okay.
doesn't do anything like that.
All right. I'll see you later, buddy. I got to do the show. I love you. Bye.
Super
That's a good tip
adorable.
from Daddy.
Super adorable. And speaking of kids, console kids, when you went to Chicago, your daughter went with you, correct?
That's right. She's a YouTuber now. No, it was really cool. It was just the two of us. It was the first time that we went on a trip without mom. So we went all the way to Chicago. We drove there, and she was my she was helping film everything. So if you watch my tour video, there's two cameras. The stationary camera is mine, and all the close-up B-roll, that's Evelyn. And she did all that work. And we
Nice.
edited it, and it came out pretty good. It's like a 40-minute video that we did together.
Oh yeah.
What are
And
the,
it's
what are
really good.
what are the child labor laws in Iowa?
I don't know. No one gets paid on YouTube, so it doesn't matter.
So, what was it like for her to tour that pinball factory? Did she find it exciting and interesting, or was she kind of like, "I'm bored, Dad"?
No, so she was really excited about the factory. That was what made her want to come. I said we would do the factory tour, and up to that point, she's like, "I'm not really interested," because she's not really into pinball. She's definitely into console gaming and Steam and PC gaming. She's like a PC gamer, and so pinball is just really not her thing. But the tour pulled her in, and then when we did the tour, she was highly interested, and when she came home was talking to mom, she was like, "Okay, here's what happened at the tour," and she was like, explaining all the details, and so she found this part really fascinating.
Yeah, it's really, really cool that Stern does all these factory tours. They are so proud of their facility that they just love doing these tours for people. And, what's really cool, too, is that they invite YouTubers, content creators, e-magazine websites, to come out and take a look at their upcoming machines, right? And I got the...
This is Evelyn's scene right here. Isn't that so cool in the fence?
Yeah, through the fence hole. Look at that.
Yeah.
And so they invited a bunch of us, and unfortunately, I couldn't go. I heard that they had a smaller turnout for this one than before, but it was still probably a little more exciting because I think, did you get to spend a lot more time with that Star Wars pinball machine because there were less content creators waiting their turn?
Yeah, they had more machines. There was two in the room. You remember that pinball room they have, and there was two out on the floor. And so there was a lot of, and then they had like a ton more games in general, just kind of to explore their kind of collection. There was also, remember in Stern, there's a lot of empty space. It was filled with Costco Star Wars machines, like because they
kidding.
said Costco is very rigid. Like you have to meet that deadline for them to come pick up the machines. So they must have had like at least 100 just filling up the front of the building. It was pretty cool.
Wow, sounds like they're going to have plenty of stock of those for a while yet, of those Costco Star Wars machines.
Yeah, they're going to make a lot.
Justin, I have a question. Now, is the tour invite only, or can anyone sign up for the tour?
So they do. They have on the pinball machines. They have an advertisement right now that they're doing factory tours like in October with Pinball Expo, and that's open to the public. I don't know if it's free or you have to pay. I think it's free, right?
To answer Carl's question, this was a media event where they reached out to people and invited them.
Right, I understand that, but I'm just wondering if it was open. Anybody could sign up for a tour.
Yeah. They open up multiple times a year where they're like sign up for the tour, and then you can come do it. They usually do it associated with a expo.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mike. What?
I think you guys are talking about two different things. There's a tour, but the one that Justin went to was not open to the public. I just want to be clear on that.
Yeah, we
we
understand that. Yeah, that's perfect.
But if Carl wanted to go and there's not a media event, there are opportunities to go outside.
Right, that's my question, because I'm planning on going to Chicago, and I want to look it up and see if it's a tour going on at that time.
Look at how cool this room is right here. Look at all these jaws they're putting together. Isn't that pretty badass?
Yeah,
I love it. I think it's interesting. Moderators, do me a favor, share a link in the chat to this video on Justin's channel. Guys, make sure you guys go back, watch Console Kits' tour video. Him and his daughter did a fantastic job. You even had the tour host all mic'd up. What was his name?
Kyle. Yeah, he's great.
And I like the way you shot it kind of Office style, if you're a fan of The Office. So I did find it humorous, and I chuckled a few times while I was watching it while I was working today. So I think you did a great job with this.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Very, very cool. Nostalgia. Yeah. Are you ever going to come to the States and tour pinball factories with us?
Maybe. Not this year, but maybe. I would like to. I'd love to get into some of these factories and just kind of see how they put their stuff together.
Very good.
Hey, Justin, I have another question. I know you have a lot of Stern tables. Now, were you able to see the behind the scene look at all the tables that you have, or were there some tables that you own that they didn't have available for you to see?
So in the front, they have almost all their modern machines and some of their previous ones available to play. And so they have some LEs of the Star Wars 2017 in the front of the lobby. They have old Star Trek SAM systems there. They have the newer Spike 2s, like your Godzilla. So they have pretty much everything that's definitely in production. In the factory, they're only making what's currently in production. It was a lot of Jaws 50th, Godzilla, and then they're preparing for this new Star Wars LE run. And so at any given time, they're only producing like 3 or 4 machines at a time. Okay. But then they just keep on, like every week, they just like switch to a different machine through there. Because they, from start to finish, once they get into the production line, like I think Kyle was saying it, he says there's times where they'll switch between, like they'll have a line of machines and they'll switch from 3 different games in one day and pump out. It's like a car manufacturer of switching between models of cars like in the same day, It's kind of cool that they're able to do that.
So you were talking about this, and I was teasing you in your live chat because you did a live stream earlier today, Justin, talking about the Star Wars Fall of the Empire pinball machine. And I was like, show us all your pinball machines, because you have like now 97 of them, right? Isn't that correct? And are we going to get a game room tour of your new game room with all these pinball machines?
Tour, which I think has hurt my reputation, because people are like, this guy never does anything, and I'm like, okay, finally, do I need to do something? I tell you what I am interested in doing is just streaming pinball. And since I have so many machines and I could do a mobile, hear me out, a vertical, just vertical, none of this like over the top. No. Just like a camera at the base of the pinball machine, and you watch it on your mobile phone, and it'll fill up the whole screen, and it's just on a tripod. And then
that's a great
literally,
idea.
I'll do a live stream that's like an hour long, and I'll play all my games.
There you go.
And so it's like, you want to play Jurassic Park Pro? Okay, cool. Now you want to do Avengers? Now you want to do Attack from Mars? And then throughout the night, we'll play one game of like all of them. There's not a lot of content creators that can rip through, 15, 20 pinball machines in a given night. And that's one thing I could do. Just have fun.
I think that'd be fun, man. Why not? You worked hard to get that collection. Show it off. Be proud of it.
Sure.
So, but let's get to the meat of that pinball, because then we got a lot of other topics to talk about tonight. And when it comes to the big meat, I can't play the audio, guys. We'll definitely get copyright claim with the Star Wars music and stuff. But Console Kids, since you were there, tell us about Star Wars Fall of the Empire, and should we be excited to play this at our local pinball arcade?
Yeah, so this is going to be their landmark game for the next 10 years. This will probably be the highest selling pinball game that Stern puts out in the next 10 years or so. And the reason why is because Star Wars is a gigantic franchise. So we're talking like $50 billion in total like global revenue when it comes to Star Wars. Nothing that Stern does up to this point like is anywhere near that, and they explained that in that presentation that I went to. So the game is very what's the type of word? So I like the game, first of all, so I'm not hunting for a word to say like the game is not great. It is going to be a great game, but it's very accommodating. It's very approachable. So that's a good thing because pinball needs to grow. So there's going to be a lot of people that come up to this game. Maybe they're new to pinball. They're going to really enjoy it because the shots are easier. So this is easy like an Attack from Mars, like easier than Godzilla, and it has this ramp right down the middle that's actually really easy to hit. And it's not hard to save either if the ball comes in the middle. So people will make fun of it because it's a fan layout, but it's a unique design. It's only got a few mechs that are unique to it. Like the cool thing is on the premium and LE editions, there's a magnet grab. So you use the force to stop the ball from draining. So you hit the button and it'll grab your ball and fling it back up to you, or fling it over to the plunger. And then it's got the AT-AT or the AT-AT that you can hit. That's only on the premium and LE. That'll fall. And you do that by actually wrapping it with wire, like virtually with the ball by making shots. And then
because it does the loop around it, which is supposed to, right there, that loop simulates you doing that right there with the tow cable. That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool. And then there's the Death Star that represents Death Star 1 and 2. Both are in the game. Both are challenges. And it eats the ball. So it's part of the multi-ball. And finally,
because if it didn't eat a ball, the whole pinball community would riot if it didn't actually eat the ball.
That's right. So the premium is kind of like a Rush, where the ball, the ramp will go up and down. And so, but the Pro just has a fixed ramp. And finally, what I really enjoyed was I made it to some mini mode. Just by doing a couple modes, you can get into this kind of like mini wizard mode. And it's a Darth Vader scene. It's like you have to go to Darth Vader, and the whole pinball machine goes red. And then all of it, you're actually fighting Darth Vader. And that's very reachable in the game. You could probably get there in a few minutes if you know how to get to it.
So Justin, brass tacks, let me just jump in here for a second, Carl. And Carl, there's a private message there I wanted you to check too. So really quickly, the difference between the Pro, Premium, and LE, like what's missing, because I didn't see the Matrix earlier. I think they've got it updated now. So basically the AT doesn't have the fall down action. There's still a standee there, or like a plastic standee. It just doesn't move. Death Star is still in the Pro edition, and it still eats the ball.
Yep.
So the middle ramp is the light speed ramp, and that goes up and down at certain times to do a jump. You're saying that's a fixed ramp in the Pro.
Yep.
And then the Pro also doesn't have the force ball save mechanism, the magnet save. It doesn't have that either, does it?
Exactly. And then everything else outside of that is the Pro cannot get the upgrade to the expression lighting on the side there.
Okay.
And then it doesn't have the toys, but you could totally add the toys yourself because it's just mounted toys.
When you say the toys, what specific ones are you talking about? Like the Darth Vader helmet?
Yes.
Darth Vader helmet, Stormtrooper helmet,
Yep.
Jabba the Hutt.
Mm-hmm.
So those are gone. The Millennium Falcon and Death
The
Star is still there,
and
right?
The TIE Fighter.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Justin. I've always wanted to ask you this question, and considering we talk almost daily, the fact that I've never asked you this question before is hilarious. So right here, the new Spike 3, you have the bigger LCD screens in the back glasses that Stern is moving to.
Mm-hmm.
How was it when you were playing it? Was it the perfect size? Was it too big? Because my follow-up question to you for that is this, is, you know, on these, what are they? Is it the Jersey Jack pinball machines? The ones, the screens are just so damn big, right?
Yeah.
And there's so much happening on the screen that honestly, I can't even look up at it when playing because there's just way too much information up there. You know what I mean? When I play a Jersey Jack game, like I just look at the play field and try not to drain the ball. You know what I mean? There's just way too much going on up there. So were these like a good size, or were they starting to feel too big, like shit's everywhere, can't keep up? Because think about it, guys, when you're playing pinball, you only have like a quick second to look up and then look back down. Like you can't just sit there reading like 10 tons of information. So, I mean,
yeah, I think it's perfect. When you see it, it's they did a great job. So the back box is exactly the same size as the previous Sterns. The back glass is, so you could interchange the back glass of if you like the artwork from the old Star Wars game for the back glass, you could go buy that back glass and it's going to fit in this machine because it's interchangeable. The screen is just bigger and it fits into the same spot. Now the framing, the actual thing that the LCD is mounted to, is different structure, right? But the back glass and above is the same. It's not like the Jersey Jack where it's enormous, so it's not as big. And here's what's really cool. If you have a Spike 3 next to a Spike 2, the Spike 3 is bigger, but it's not like, oh, I wish everything was a Spike. It's just a little bit bigger. So it's still like, like in the Arcade1Up world, right? You have an XL and then maybe, you have a deluxe or a standard cabinet. And some people have opinions of like, well, I don't like to mix them, or maybe a full-size arcade with an Arcade1Up. None of that's the case here. Like the monitors it's just a little bit bigger, but it's big enough that it's for us older guys that are having all wear glasses now. It's basically bigger font.
Okay.
So you can see the score better. So it's good.
Nostalgia, how do you feel about this Star Wars? I know you've never seen a Star Wars movie before, but how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. They're missing some of the more popular characters, like those Klingon guys in Spock. But outside of that, I mean, it looks awesome.
Oh, what a troublemaker.
Justin, can I quickly ask you another question about the Spike 3? There were a lot of rumors going into this that the Spike 3 is essentially a Raspberry Pi. Like, did they explain what the new PC is? Is it like a Raspberry Pi? And the follow-up to that is, what are the added features other than the screen being a little bit bigger and now full HD? There were also rumors that it might actually have an HDMI out to enable streamers to actually stream the DMD instead of having to go through like the Geek Worm process and all that shit.
Yeah, it's a Raspberry Pi Compute 4.
Yeah.
So which is just like a little Pi that plugs into a socket. It itself doesn't have any peripherals. They are off the shelf. I don't know if anyone's tried it because there is Spike 3 out in the market already. It's just on the new Star Wars Home Edition.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone's tried to just buy an off the shelf Pi, not a Raspberry Pi that has peripherals in it, but the Pi Compute 4 module. And then you would have to know which exactly Pi. Like, let's say you wanted to replace it. You'd probably want to match the memory because there's a few different Pi Compute 4s. But I think it's interchangeable with the off-the-shelf Pi Compute 4. That's my understanding.
Well, what I saw that was cool, Justin, was, I don't know if you caught the video or not, there was one guy on YouTube, I forget his name, he got the Costco Star Wars, and that was the first one to have the Spike 3 board in it. And sure enough, he cracked it open, opened up the DMD. He saw that it had the dual HDMI ports going out. And sure enough, he plugged it in and plugged an HDMI into a second monitor, and it did mirror the screen from the DMD. So, so when it comes to content creators, streamers, people pinball's big on Twitch, guys. There's a big audience for pinball on Twitch. All those people are going to be super happy that they can easily capture the footage for people.
I'll add one more thing. They did all of that, and I talked to the guy that did it. They actually went I mean, this took effort. This wasn't just the Pi Compute gave it for free. So the Pi Compute has HDMI out. They're siphoning that signal because they have to split that off to an LVDS. And they take that HDMI and output it to their own custom HDMI port, and they feed audio back into it. So that means streamers can plug in an HDMI cable, and it also has audio in it. Like, so that's cool. So right now, everyone has to do the LVDS conversion to capture the video, and they got to mic it, or they got to do a headphone jack or all that. No, don't have to do that. And this has wireless headphones. So technically, if you're struggling with how to stream, you could connect over Bluetooth for the audio.
Yeah, I think that's cool, and it's great that Stern realizes that there's people out there that want to play these games, showcase them on platforms like YouTube and also Twitch. They understand that that's marketing for them, and that's why you invest in doing small things like having an HDMI out, which is something that all of us have tried to explain to companies like Arcade1Up, like companies like AtGames, and they're like, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And I'm like, all right, if you don't want free advertising, I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah. What I will say this because we got to get to our next topics. Barrels of Fun ahead of the curve when it came to this stuff. Because remember, Labyrinth and Dune have two screens, two backglass screens, one on the backglass and one beneath the backglass above the playfield. Both screens HDMI out, so people can easily capture it. It was perfect. You know what I mean? That's why all those Labyrinth pinball streams you've seen people do look fantastic quality, because they're not pointing cameras at it over the shoulder stuff or using Geekworm boards, things like that. But moving over here, Justin, thanks so much.
Really quickly. There was two more questions. So this is a John board game. Did it remind you of any of his other games? Like, a lot of things are kind of copied when it comes to pinball. Was this completely new and unique, or were there some tricks that you saw from other machines implemented on this game?
It feels unique, but the ramp reminds you of Rush. There's I think it's a Luke Skywalker shot. Actually reminds me of Attack from Mars. That shot that you make behind the UFO, very similar. But the orbit goes all the way around, so it feels like one of those older games that typically would have the pop bumper nest in the right corner, except for it doesn't. And then I don't know, the Death Star kind of reminds me of Turtles a little bit.
Oh yeah, the turtle van, turtle van.
You're putting it into the turtle van, and then it comes back out. But like when you look at it, you don't see that. It's not so obvious. And then it has that thing, the whirlpool little ball thing, and that's in a couple other games. But it's a good mixture. And the pop bumper being on the left and right. That's all.
Last question. You said it was easy to get into. There were lots of good shots. Was it fun? Obviously, you bought the LE, but you're also a big Star Wars guy. But was it fun? Did you enjoy it?
So, yes, I did. That's because I'm not an expert. Like, a lot of people are talking about, it's going to suck for us gamers. I'm just guessing here because I'm not a person that can do 1 billion every night. I have friends that can do 1 billion. I'm not there. I haven't beat any of these games, right? I've got to 1 billion on Godzilla, but I haven't beat Godzilla. Probably people that can beat a game in 15 days will be like, this was easy. But for the rest of us that just love playing and get 100 million and freak out, it's going to be amazing. It's awesome.
And Justin, I had the question about the force. So that's in the drain area.
Oh yeah.
And you said you had to hit a button. It's like a timing thing to be able to catch that, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's like the other games where there's a post that comes up. So you have to do something to earn it. And so you have to earn the force. And there's multiple levels, they said. And so your action button will blink when telling you like you have force. And so when the ball drains, you can tap it and it'll save your ball by flinging it to it's cool. If you watch it, it'll fling it over back to the plunger or back into play.
Yeah. Well, I don't think brain damage it's about buying. I think it's about going to your local pinball arcade and spending a couple of bucks and just playing the game and having a good time. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Every time we talk about pinball, it's the same thing. They cost so much money. Do you not leave your house? I'm sorry.
Pinballmap.com. Pinballmap.com.
Very, very similar to hitting the action button to make the shield pop up.
Exactly.
So once you earn the shield on Dungeons and Dragons. Yep. All right, guys, we're going to pivot over to some console chatter. I know Mike is super excited about the very first thing we're going to be talking about, console kits. I want to hear your thoughts on the Virtual Boy. Are you guys ready for some console chatter? Give me a one in the chat if you are, because I'm trying to find this. All right, Mike.
Look at this jerk, man. Some of us don't leave the house. Some of us don't even make it down to their basements, I guess, MG.
I'm going to be right back with you guys.
All right, so he's coming right back. But before he does, Michael B., take it away. Tell people all about the Virtual Boy, and I'll play it for you. Go ahead, buddy.
I was so freaking excited when I saw this today. I mean, you talk about something that absolutely nobody expected Nintendo to ever touch again. I mean, this is one of the biggest, financial failures Nintendo's ever tried to do. I mean, Gunpei Yokoi, who designed the Game Boy, this was his second device. I mean, he was ruined after this, basically. Like, he took full responsibility, but as somebody who grew up, actually had a Virtual Boy, I was lucky enough, my mom bought us one when they went on clearance. I absolutely love this thing. So what we're getting is essentially this Virtual Boy stand. And I'm going to try to explain it better than I explained it to a tool, because I don't know if he's just really dumb or I didn't do a good job explaining it. But basically, what they've done here is they found an ingenious way to recreate how the original Virtual Boy worked. So you're going to get two different images on the screen in stereoscopic 3D, and then you're going to use the Virtual Boy headset or the cardboard headset, kind of like a viewfinder, and it's going to focus your eyes on the two stereo 3D screens to recreate the Virtual Boy aesthetic. The only thing that could have made this cooler was the fact that they didn't include a controller, so I would like to see them go the extra step and actually have that Virtual Boy controller. But, it did save us a bunch of money. The Virtual Boy actual component is only $100 US, and I think the cardboard is $30 US. So two different ways to play.
But what is the cardboard version? Is that just like a display piece?
No.
Like,
You need either the actual Virtual Boy recreation headset or the cardboard to actually experience this, because you're not going to be able to do it just by holding the Virtual Boy up. The actual headset focuses your eyes on the two screens to create the 3D effect.
P-Dubs, have you ever used one of those 3D headsets that you slip
I
your
lost
phone
my
into?
tooth.
Whoa!
Oh, congratulations.
Someone called the Tooth Fairy.
Yep.
Are you talking about like a VR headset, Nostalgia?
Not a VR headset. No. So
What'd you say?
Think of a VR headset, except they are made of either plastic or cardboard, but instead of a screen inside, you can put your smartphone in there. So you can watch like those VR or 3D
I know what you're
YouTube videos.
All right, I know what you're talking about.
So the cardboard, someone mentioned it, and it's 100% that. It's basically Nintendo Labo. They've recreated Nintendo Labo. I'm so excited about this. They're going to have 14 games. There was only, I think, 14 games released. One of them is a Japanese-only game.
Actually. I think there's a few more.
There was 22 games, but only 14 made it to North America.
14 North American games. We're getting 14 in this collection. One of the North American games that came out, not coming out for the Virtual Boy in this collection, is Waterworld. So if you're a big Kevin Costner Waterworld fan, I apologize. Waterworld is not coming to the Virtual Boy library.
Waterworld?
Waterworld, you ignorant pig.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just doing that for MG.
So, Nostalgia, what are your thoughts on this? I figured this would be something that might interest you.
So actually, it doesn't interest me all that much, but I think this is Nintendo doing what Nintendo does the best. They have found a way to monetize their largest failure that they've ever created and somehow made everyone excited about it. So good for them. I will not be buying a $100 viewfinder.
You don't even have a Switch 2 anyways.
Oh, $100. Oh, that's it. Viewfinder. $100 viewfinder. That's what it is.
So I won't be buying it. I don't have a Switch 2 yet.
I'm totally going to buy one.
Certainly would not be buying this.
You had a Switch 2. You had to sell it because you're poor.
I didn't sell it. I returned it. And I had 7 of them, Mike, actually. So yeah, I don't think this is something I'm going to jump into.
This actually works on Switch 1 as well, like Biggie D mentions in the chat. It's not just for Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah. So with this, I mean, I've played a couple Virtual Boy games for 5 minutes. It doesn't really appeal to me.
What,
So
on a
not my
little
jam.
handheld?
What's that?
You played it on a handheld, like an Ambernick?
No, I've played it on an actual Virtual Boy.
Okay. I didn't know they shipped them to Canada.
No, we definitely have them here in Canada. So I've played it. It's just not my thing. But
They're
I
very,
definitely-
very underground in Canada, Justin. It's a very niche.
You got to know the right underground places to find one.
You pick them up from the trunk of some guy's car behind, the local Denny's up there. It's very
So really quickly, Meatball Saucy's asking an important question. No, 100% no. The actual device, like the actual Virtual Boy or the cardboard version of the Virtual Boy, doesn't make anything 3D. The 3D effect is created by Nintendo on the Switch itself, doing two distinct specific 3D stereo images. The actual what?
Not you're close, but not quite.
Did you watch the presentation, or did you assume
you watch
the focal lenses that are built into the display also assist with that depth?
Yes, that's true. It does, but it's not going to make other things 3D.
No, it's useless with the exception of specifically this application.
Yeah.
You will not be playing other Switch games in 3D through the Virtual Boy viewfinder. It's not a thing.
Theoretically, a third-party developer could try, right?
I mean, they could, but then, in order to be a third-party developer for Nintendo, you got to get Nintendo stamped and approved, right?
Yeah.
It's not quite that simple.
I want to hear Carl's thoughts on this, because Carl, I don't know if you noticed here, but buddy, they got golf, Virtual Boy Golf, and we know how much you love your golf
not
games.
Good. It's not a good game.
Can you imagine Carl 100 hours into virtual golf, his eyes completely fried? Go ahead, buddy.
No, well, my eyes are already completely fried. So that's a done deal. But no, I was never a fan of Virtual Boy. Now, if I was, I would obviously make my own cardboard one. I don't need the Nintendo $30 version to make it for the Amazon box. But no, nothing that I'm interested in. I don't know why Michael was so excited. I saw his post earlier today. I'm like, he's so giddy over something so
I'm sorry. I had one growing up. I have a ton of nostalgia for it. I'm sorry that you didn't.
You're never going to use this. You're going to buy this, and it's going to sit on the shelf, and you're never ever going to use it.
I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I'm going to do with my stuff, Carol?
I'm telling you, I am Detroit Love, and I know what the fuck you're going to do.
You were using the wrong mic most of the show. I don't know if I want to listen to you about anything.
Yeah. You were never going to use.
You're an IT professional, and you couldn't put the right mic on.
No, I was trying out this new headset. We talked about it before the show, but they said it was going in and out. So thank you for your private message.
No.
But no, you won't play this again. If you play this 6 months in, I'll give you some money.
I'll give you some money.
In a live stream every virtual game.
I will fucking stop
I
playing everything else and just play this now for spite, Carl. You son of a bitch.
You're just gonna spike Carl?
Streaming.
Oh my god, that
horrible.
was
This is a horrible invention. It's just instead of them making a 3/4 Donkey Kong for us, they come at us with this crap. Let's be honest.
Here's the thing. I shouldn't do this because I'm totally gonna break NDA. But Nintendo actually sent me a prototype. I have the Virtual Boy Switch 2 here. Right here.
Shit.
Hey, I'm
Shit.
so gonna get in trouble, but here it is. I have it. And so right here is where you plug. No, this is the original.
The real Virtual
Boy. He tried.
I
Nice try.
Anyway,
Nice
so
try.
yeah, I'm a huge
When was
Virtual
the last
Boy
time
fan.
you played it?
I bought one when I was a kid, and I returned it. And then I ended up getting more Super Mario World games. I don't know where I got the money to buy a Virtual Boy. This is not my original. I bought this 5 years ago. We played it twice. It's a display unit. I did restore it.
Exactly.
I have two of them. I bought a second one that had a broken lens, and then I repaired that. And so this is aftermarket stand. If you buy them used, this part you can get. There's the supplier that will replace that, so that's new. And we played it, I had my daughter play, and I bought like 9 games for it, and I got it in one of them in a Blockbuster, the Blockbuster case. So that was kind of cool.
So a lot of the reason why I'm excited about this is, and Justin can back me up on this, the Virtual Boy is having problems with video game preservation. Like a lot of the Virtual Boys out there, like that part you mentioned, the part that keeps the stand together, mine broke on my original Virtual Boy, and I had to get some 3D molded one off, like I think it was like Amazon or eBay. So I mean, a lot of the parts are breaking down. Nobody's making any more unless they're secondary. The foam around the goggles is constantly deteriorating, and there's a lot of problems with the actual screens in each of the eye sockets where it kind of bleeds a little bit. So there's a lot of restoration on it. So it's hard to maintain and keep original Virtual Boys going. So the idea that there's something out there that's going to be able to recreate it so fucking easily and well is pretty exciting for me. I mean, I'm a big nostalgia guy. I ended up selling off most of my collection. I had to pay off stuff. So to be able to go back, get something from when I was younger and have that experience, whether it's like, the GameCube controller, the N64 controller, or now the Virtual Boy for me, is immediately pushing me back to my childhood. I understand your comment. How can you use this? Because that's your experience and you don't like it. But that's a confirmation bias on your part. For me, I spend hours playing Mario Tennis. I got to say it right, or MG will have a hemorrhage. Anyways, you don't understand how fun it can be. And now the way that, say, Justin gets one of these and I get one of these, and we can play online and we can play Mario Tennis from Virtual Boy against each other online, that is fucking rad. Because back in the day, the only way you could play this 2-player was people had to have 2 Virtual Boys and a link cable. So on top of the fact that this is video game preservation, it's also taken it to the next level with the online play. So I'm super excited. My reaction was genuine. I fucking love the Virtual Boy. I'm so happy with this announcement.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm so happy that you're happy, but you'll get 4 plays out of it now.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You
I don't know.
Ignorant slut.
I was going to say. Oh, go ahead, Justin. I'll let you go first.
I do agree with the controller. Like, it would have been way cooler if if they was like, pay another $79 if you want the controller, and we'll only make 100 of them. I don't know. Maybe they made the right choice by not doing the controller, because maybe not a lot of people would get it, because then they'd have to charge $200 with a bundle.
Yeah.
But I do hope 2 things. I hope it's red. It'd be cool if there was a setting that allows you to pick other palettes, or like, do they enhance it a little bit, or you could just do gray or something like that? Mm-hmm. And can we play without the Virtual Boy? Just that's what Evelyn and I were talking about. Like, we have Switch Online. What about the people that just want to play it, but just on their TV, or in the handheld mode? Like, let them play it monochrome. What are you talking about?
They said in the commercial, didn't they, that you need the equipment in order to play?
There's all these retro mods where you can play like a console. Have you seen consoleized Virtual Boys?
Yeah, I've played it. I've streamed it.
Like, why not? Oh, they want
Carl, you son of a bitch.
They want to sell it to you, man.
No.
That's fine. I get it.
It's Nintendo. The way Nintendo is. Nintendo isn't just about putting games out there. They want the weird and wacky experience. Yeah. Like this was a thing for them. Can we recreate this? Right? It's not just for selling an accessory. They were like, can we recreate this experience? So they didn't want to just put the Virtual Wario Land out there as a game people could play. They wanted you to play it like you originally had to play it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I also think that Nintendo, you guys all may disagree with this. I think retro is in. I think nostalgia is in, and I think there is a whole host of very young gamers in their teenagers, early 20s, even late 20s that have never touched a Virtual Boy. And this actually may be something that they're like, oh, that's super retro. I got to have it. And I think they're going to sell a lot of units to a lot of people that maybe have never even played one of these games ever in the past, just strictly due to that like retro vibe of an original Nintendo console that they've never seen before.
Hold on, Nostalgia. You're also the guy that thought Arcade1Up Pac-Man Jr. would sell 1 million units.
Baby Cade, yeah. Baby Cade.
The Baby Cade.
Gentlemen, I stand behind my point. If it was priced at $79, it would have been the hottest damn toy in the goddamn world.
I want nostalgia on this. The Virtual Boy could attract that same person that they're like 23 years old and they listen to records. Right, but they're like totally into like retro vibing, music and nostalgia, even if they don't have parents that, taught them that. I have a couple of friends that their favorite new band is Nine Inch Nails, and he's like 25.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You happy about Nine Inch Nails being on this new movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that was cool."
So the rest of the direct, because we're getting short on time now. So the rest of the direct, there was probably a lot of stuff for a lot of younger audience. Like for me as a 44-year-old man and the things I like from Nintendo, I felt like the hour was wasted. It could have been a sizzle reel for most of the stuff. It wasn't very interesting. I mean, I thought the Mario stuff at the beginning was really stupid. Like obviously the announcement of the Super Mario Galaxy movie was good. A lot of the stuff they talked about was filler, but I didn't feel like they really did anything to actually honor the anniversary. Like porting 2 games with no advancements from Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 onto a cartridge for Nintendo Switch does nothing for me. Like if it was an HD upgrade or something like that, I'd be like, that's awesome. But they just literally are putting the 2 GameCube or Wii games directly on a cartridge and changing the controls for it to work. And then he said the last thing, this is the last Mario game we'll show. Then they showed a like Yoshi's Island game, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like saying this is the last Mario game we're going to talk about, and then having Kid Icarus show up. I was like, how is this Mario? So I thought the whole Mario 40th anniversary, like Nintendo doesn't really have any real plan to celebrate Mario except for bullshit elsewhere. There wasn't
the Mario tennis game.
Yeah, Mario Tennis Fever. We thought that was pretty fun, but I mean, it is what it is.
There's like 5-6 Mario announcements. I'm looking at them right now. There's tons.
Yeah,
You've got
there was a total of like 36 announcements in that hour and a half, and a lot of it was like weird stuff for the littles, right? I don't think very many people our age are interested in that stuff, except for nostalgia, the Pokemon games and stuff like that, Tamagotchis and all that stuff.
Oh my god, it's so horrible.
But for me, the highlight was Mario Tennis. It was the Virtual Boy, the Talking Flower, and they showed a little bit about Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection coming out. Oh, the one thing that annoyed me was they announced DLC for several games, but it was all paid DLC, and that kind of irked me, because especially Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to have paid DLC, but that game was like what, $90 we spent on that freaking game, $80-$90, and now I got to pay for another level. In my opinion, DLC should be free on that game. I mean, with the entry price on that game, like that's ridiculous. Do you guys agree with me in the chat? Like that should be free or what?
If you have a Nintendo, at least if you have the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, the DLC should come free.
Subscription service, you should at least get it for free because you're already paying them for that. I agree, Mike. I mean, I'll settle for that, but I would prefer it's free to everybody. Like
so. For me, the highlight of the show after the Virtual Boy, the second coolest announcement, MG just brought it up, the fact that they're making Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. So fucking excited for that. Sorry for swearing again, but obviously, if you are an old school PlayStation fan, you will remember this as Dragon Warrior 7. So this was the last named Dragon Warrior game in North America before everything switched over to Dragon Quest. I had this on PlayStation, put a bunch of time into it, never beat it. Glad I didn't now, because I have ample reason to go back and play this. If you're a 3DS enthusiast, you've also would have had a chance to play the original Dragon Quest VII on the 3DS, but this just looks fantastic. It's a long-ass game, over 100 hours. Get ready for some good fun here, guys. Like, the art style looked good. I screamed. I was so excited, and I knew they were going to do it, so very cool to see Dragon Quest VII come out.
Is that how you
I did. I was like, ah!
Well, and there was some other stuff too. Like we got the release date for Metroid Prime 4 that's coming out this year. We're getting into December.
I did want to talk about that. That Metroid Prime 4 concerned me, because going into it, that was one of the most talked about things. Like, will we get the release date? Will we see more information? And they gave a very short trailer, which this may sound controversial, but it's almost like they don't have a lot of confidence in Metroid.
It's weird. I was at Fan Expo this year. Nintendo actually had a really big booth, and you could go in and play Metroid Prime 4. Like, I was watching people play Metroid Prime 4, and it looked incredible. Like it looks like such an awesome game. So I don't know why they aren't just like boosting the snot out of this title. Like Metroid is such an amazing franchise.
With the announcement date and with this coming out so relatively soon, I felt like there should have been more focus on this game, but maybe that's Nintendo. They're going to do a big, Metroid Prime 4 Direct closer to the launch, and that's why they didn't want to spend it. I don't know about this motorcycle. When I saw it at first, I was like, "Is this Metroid Prime Racing?" Like,
yeah,
I don't know how that's going to work in game. That just seems
are they
anti-Metroid to me.
Are they adding Metroid to Mario Kart World? Like, what is this? Like, what is it? Oh, that's pretty good. We have a couple hot arcade topics we got to get to. Anything else from the Nintendo Direct you think we need to talk about real quick for folks?
I don't know, Mike. You are a Fire Emblem fan?
No, I am not.
No,
my son is a big Fire Emblem fan. My son has played all the Fire Emblem games, and he actually texted me while the Direct was going on, and he's like, "Dad, Fire Emblem!" I'm like, "I know. Put it on your Christmas list. I'm sure it's gonna be a $90 game now. I mean, all these games are like $80, $90, $70. It's ridiculous."
Yeah. Outside of that, I don't think
At least they didn't announce any more Pokemon garbage. There was so much Pokemon garbage.
So much Pokemon
It was
garbage.
all Pokemon garbage.
It was
ridiculous. Resident Evil 9 coming to Nintendo Switch 2. I thought that looked great. It'll be
but I'm gonna
see.
I'll get that on the PS5.
I will too. But for people that are specific Nintendo people, I think that's good. The question, there were a lot of questions that didn't get answered. Like earlier, I talked about the Mario Galaxy. Are they going to be HD or just ports? Looks like they're just ports. When they showed Resident Evil, the question comes up: is it a cloud version of the game? Are they going to do cloud, or is it actually running natively on the Switch? That's what I left wondering.
Which game?
Resident Evil 9, the new upcoming Resident Evil.
I don't think it'll run natively. They're definitely not going to do a cloud. Definitely natively.
You're a big Pokemon fan, Justin? I didn't know that.
No, my daughter is like, the new Pokemon is like basically Animal Crossing, but Pokemon.
Yeah, the new Pokemon Legends games are awesome. The legend, like Pokemon Legends, was a good take, a very different style of Pokemon game. I've liked every single Pokemon game since I was a kid, so I've got a soft spot for the franchise. But I also think it's an incredible, like they've done an excellent job with that entire franchise.
And My Little Pony.
My Little Pony's pretty badass too. Friendship is Magic specifically. I don't like any of the other garbage.
Mike, do me a favor. Run the show for a couple of minutes talking about that Arcade1Up Pac-Man Neon while I grab everything for this basic fun WrestleFest.
Yeah, sure.
He was like, I don't have to be here for the match.
I don't care.
So, guys,
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything nice about Pac-Man Neon, so you guys don't want to hear it anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Arcade1Up, they haven't officially announced it yet, but we got our first look at the upcoming Pac-Man Neon that we had the port data for. And funny enough, James Hates Everything, we covered this last week. James Hates Everything did like a AI composite sketch of what he thought the cab would look like. And he was pretty bang on. Like, he didn't have the shape exactly right, but the artwork, all that stuff, pretty much it was accurate. So just give me a second here now. I'll bring it up. We actually got to look at this thanks to Canadian retailers, which have been the leaking heaven for us for Arcade1Up stuff for the last little while. I'm just going to bring it up on screen. Sorry, I didn't know I would be doing this, so I would have already had it ready otherwise.
Yeah, if you could bring up the picture, that would be great.
This is like one of those meetings, and right now,
well, I had it ready, Justin, and then I just closed too many windows.
I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to be funny.
This is what happens when I skip weeks. And, it all goes to shit.
Well, Justin and Ralph on One Up Weekly just used to cover it up. They'd have something not there or not ready, and then Justin would just break up the guitar and be like, "Welcome to the One Up Weekly live." Yeah.
Is the Star Wars pinball going to be 19K Fox's first real pinball? He's going to bust his cherry on a pinball machine soon, and I'm wondering what it's going to be.
Right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, Yeah, here is the Pac-Man Neon. As you can see, it's actually a recreation of the Pac-Man Plus arcade they put out last year, which actually ties in with the initial port data that came over saying it was Pac-Man Plus Neon. So it has the exact same underlighting, the exact same dimensions as the Pac-Man Plus cabinet deluxe we got last year. The big difference, of course, is the neon outline. Same game, same everything. It's another Slim Katie. It's just got different art. So what do you guys think of it?
I like it actually quite a bit. I think that this is the style that Arcade1Up should go with from now on for everything. Everything should be neon, and everything should be Pac-Man. Seriously, I like it.
I think
the artwork.
it's better than the other wood version Pac-Man that they did with the crappy, where they, it was good until they decided not to make it look like the original. So if they're going to go completely original, just go wild. And to be fair, as a wild art, this is not bad.
There
Carl?
is one thing I actually... Oh, go ahead, Carl.
Yeah,
Can Carl ever talk nostalgia? Fuck.
I jumped in before
I
you said
like
his name.
everything about this except the footer, the kick plate there. To go away from the neon for that, the ghost there just seems unnecessary. I would have stuck with the neon, to keep the whole cabinet neon. But other than that, I like it.
Yeah, if I don't know how many images they have here, but there's a top-down image somewhere. I think it's right here. Let me bring it up. Even if you take a look at the control panel, they redid the control panel and put neon fittings in there. They redid the bezels. So there's a lot of love and care that went into this. Obviously, I have no interest. I do 100% agree with Carl. I think that they leaned into the neon stuff, and then to put those Pac-Man characters, 3D characters on the front, looks like something like one of these third-party crappy art kits we get who think it's like a flourish added when it just looks like shit. So
It's like an AI version of put it in AI and see what it does. Oh, I love it.
Everything else is cohesive except for that part. I agree with you. This is 100% not for me because obviously I would prefer a recreation. It's 100% not for me because it's a Slim Katie. But if you never bought a Pac-Man before, you're a big Pac-Man fan, there's a lot to like there. Hold on. There's a lot to like there. I don't know. It's not for me. Maybe it's for some other people.
I agree with both of you guys about the at the bottom there, those 3D figures.
Yeah,
the artwork. It's very different than everything else. So that is unfortunate. That was an unfortunate decision that they made. But to be fair, I don't think Arcade1Up has ever released a cabinet where everything was actually universally accepted as good. There's always been a problem with every machine. So if that's the only problem, I'd still call this a win in terms of the design.
Apple used to have the one more thing, so they're one fuck up.
Yeah.
Cabinet.
I mean,
not done yet.
It's good that it is a 17-inch BOE. It's not the crappy 16:9. So that's good. But I just feel why is it called a deluxe? It's not a... It doesn't fit. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe they're coming up with their own thing. Like cars, you have a Ford. I don't know. That's the make of the vehicle, right? Mm-hmm. It's the brand, and then you can have a trim or a model. Anyway, so it's an Arcade1Up Deluxe. But there's multiple Arcade1Up Deluxes, and they're different. And so there's nothing to distinguish that this is this. It should be called the Slim or something like that. Because if you market it this is just for a family that literally doesn't have the room.
They're all slim now. They're all going to be slim going forward. Every single one. There is no differentiation what's the other company? Basic Fun said they were doing Arcade1Up. This is it now. Every single cab is roughly going to be somewhere between 16 and 18 inches deep. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Carl, any other thoughts on this one?
You didn't have any input on this, P-Dubs?
Oh, I just, look, I get it. you know, they got to make Pac-Man every year. I get it. You know, it's part of having that license. Plus, it sells. But honestly, what really kills me, gets me, is the fact that this thing's like $600-700, right?
No,
You know
no,
what I
that's
mean?
Great
Canadian.
value. Yeah,
It's $4.99 US.
Oh, it's $4.99 US.
$4.99. Yeah.
Okay, this isn't. Okay.
This is
All right.
Canadian. All the links. It's not
All right.
available yet in the US or announced. It's only on the Canadian retailers. Put it up early.
Still, I don't
Should've
really
been
like
$3.99.
it's not for me.
Well,
It's-
I don't think this is for a lot of us that have been doing the home arcade stuff for a while, because I've bought 4 Pac-Mans. I'm sure P-Dubs, you've bought 2 or 3.
Yep.
You know, we're done with
Pa-
Pac-Man.
I'm Pac-Maned out.
Yeah, everybody's Pac-Maned out. This is to appeal either to hardcore Pac-Man collectors or a new generation, younger people, or you know, people like John
like
D. who's
nostalgia. People
or
like
people
nostalgia.
people like John D. who says, you know, it'd be cool if you did like dragons and stuff on the artwork on the side.
Too funny. All right, let's get off that. Let's have a little bit of fun here, guys. There you go. Get off that. All right, so we have to give it. What was that, Carl?
You got 11 minutes.
Oh yeah, we got time. We do have to give a shout out here. So as you guys know, Multicade Middeman Paul in the chat has been snooping around, gathering information from some of these companies like Iconic Arcade, Basic Fun. He managed to score some what appear to be, I'm going to say they're unconfirmed, but that's just to keep our channel safe. Some unconfirmed official photos of the WrestleFest arcade cabinet, as well as the games list included. And we figured we'd share that with you guys, coming out from Basic Fun, hopefully this holiday season. So you guys ready for that? You guys want to see this kind of stuff?
Wait,
So,
John, do you work for Basic Fun too?
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
He does?
I would say so, yeah.
He does.
So-
I was just
Allegedly.
joking because he's in his. The Minderman is in John D's pocket, right? And he got.
We'll talk about that later. Paul is setting up a new show called What John D Wants Me to Say. So check that out every week. No, only joking, Paul. But anyways, Paul is thinking about setting up a channel and stuff like that. As you know, Paul has a lot of arcade knowledge. I think it'll be a great thing. Go check him out when he gets it set up.
There you
I
go.
thought he only liked multicades. I thought that was like his thing.
I think it's a multi-K channel. That's what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Multicade Minderman. That's
Ooh,
pretty
damn.
good.
MG's calling you out, Mike.
MG's a fucking muppet. I don't really care about him. I'm not going to talk to him anymore.
All right, so let's take a look at what could possibly be the first time you're seeing some of these photos, as well as the information I'm about to show you here. So, right here's our WrestleFest arcade machine. If you guys
That's
want
AI
to,
generated, guys.
Yeah. Why is it all neon?
it's not AI generated. This
This
is
is definitely AI generated.
no, it's not.
Look at
No,
all the
look
faces.
closely. He's got extra fingers.
Where?
Look at all
What
the
guy?
Yeah, look at all the faces.
All the posters have extra fingers. That's how
Paul went on.
No, they don't.
GPT.
1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His thumb is hidden behind his belt. It's fine.
No, this is fake. This is fake
All right.
news. Guys, we're spreading false.
All right.
information.
Well, this is so I guess over here is the Supreme version, right? The
Yeah.
4-player version, and then this is the 2-player version, which they're calling the
Ultra.
Ultra, right? Now with the Ultra, what's interesting is these are pretty much the size of those Arcade1Up Deluxes, right? Is what
The old deluxes. I think these are going to
old
be a little bit
deluxes.
deeper. Yeah.
before the Slim Deluxes, right?
And,
All
and
right.
the countercade too. Don't forget the countercade.
All right, everyone take your screenshots now. Okay, now we got here's apparently the control panel. And you'll notice there's that looks like the WWF Superstars game right there on the screen. But there you guys go. Pretty basic, right? Get it? Basic fun, pretty basic. Like my pun.
Well, they're an
Definitely AI
acrylic
generated.
cover. No acrylic, no buy.
No acrylic,
I think,
no buy.
like me, I'm completely out on the Ultra line for these. So, like, I hate their Ultra cabs. Like, I think their Ultra cabs such a big step back from what Arcade1Up was doing. I'm
Well,
not really.
what if Basic Fun only sends Ultra Cabs to Canada and not Supremes? Are you not?
Well, then I
gonna buy
won't
them?
be buying any. Yes, I am.
Really?
I've already lived that reality because I talked to the. No, this is not a joke. I talked about it on my show. I talked to
Yep.
the brick in Canada, And I asked them about it, and they said, "Yeah, we have basic phone orders in right now." And I was like, "Cool. Are you getting the Ultras and Supreme?" And she said, "No, they didn't even mention the Ultras." And they actually indicated that the XLs didn't sell well here in Canada at the Brick, and she wasn't interested in bringing them in anyways.
We got a couple good points here in the chat. Bill's like, boy, don't those power and volume switches look familiar? Yes, they do. They look just like Arcade1Up's. Ichabod Crane with a fantastic question. Is there internet connectivity? Everything that we've heard and seen so far, these are not going to be internet capable machines.
They actually came out and said none of the Wave 1 cabs will have any online internet connectivity.
Yep. All right, but don't worry, guys. We're getting to the game.
We're literally going back to 2018. And we got relive.
We're going back in time. Back in time.
And what they didn't add is that the Wave 2 are not going to have internet connectivity.
Probably not.
Yeah, here we go. So WWF WrestleFest 17-inch monitors. So these are going to have 17, not 19s. So 17, and let's go. Here is our confirmed games list. Let's kind of zoom in here for everyone. This is on the Ultra. Now, I was talking to Mike because I don't know that much about the basic fun stuff. The Supreme series, which is the bigger machine, like what you would call an XL, is that supposed to have more games? Like, I would swear we got a picture of a box that said, was it 6, 7, or 8 games or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought for sure one of the games was the Combat Tribes. This game's list, obviously WrestleFest and Superstars is really good. Even if they were going to go over wrestling games, there's so many good Technos wrestling games they could have put on there. The Big Pro Wrestling is one I'm not familiar with. Aerobatic Dogfight is kind of a strange game. Super Dodgeball's a win. Super Dodgeball is a fucking awesome game. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot tonight. I don't know why. But
I haven't sworn once tonight, Mike.
Wow. I know.
Potty mouth.
You know?
I think I'm tired. It's been a long day.
I think you're grumpy, Mike.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
But
anyways, go ahead.
I was going to say, for those of you who are having trouble seeing, let's go right here. We got WWE WrestleFest, WWE Superstars. Notice the logos have changed. They don't say WWF on them.
We knew that.
This marketing. Super Dodgeball, the Big Pro Wrestling, and Dogfight. Now, I do have footage of all these games if people have never played these before, which we can talk about here. But just taking a look at this list, what's your reaction here, Console Kits? Is this something that would interest you for a $500 price tag with this game lineup?
I don't know. Maybe if I'm not a big fan of the WrestleFest games, I didn't put a lot of time into them. Enough to be like, this kind of feels like a beat 'em up game, but I'd rather actually just keep moving. But I'm just trying to say things that'll upset Mike as much as possible.
No, not at all.
But then the second thing is everyone's talking about this is the Wave 1 and implying that the next model will be way better. So then that doesn't excite me either.
Okay. What about you, Nostalgia? What are you thinking on this?
I'm in the same boat as Console Kits, actually. I don't really have very much affinity or love for the WrestleFest games. And quite frankly, I wish this was a Smash TV cabinet. And definitely not a Robotron one.
I'm glad that everything that happens in your life that's bad is happening because you deserve it, you son of a bitch.
It's just some more jealousy from Michael B. That's all.
Yeah.
What about you, Carl, man? What are you thinking about this now that we kind of know the 5-game lineup and it's going to be around $500? What are you thinking? Is this going to make its way to the basement? This whole thing?
No, absolutely not. It kind of feels like a iArcade ripoff.
Do you even know what you're talking about?
No, it's very similar.
It looks very similar. It's a tabletop with a stand, same way that was. I don't know.
I'm gold cabinet right there.
Yeah, I would echo in with this. Only thing is different from the iArcade. I don't have to put my own stickers on. That's the only difference here. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the wrestling games. I mean, I grew up playing a lot of those things, but it's just not one of those things that I ever really just, I have on a few of my cabinets and I never play. I have never even been compelled. And even with the iArcade, with us in it, I haven't been compelled too much to play the wrestling game. So it's definitely not something that I would pick up.
Yeah,
right.
there's only one really good wrestling game, and it's not WrestleFest.
Oh God, what is it?
No Mercy.
WWF No Mercy.
No
I
Mercy.
knew you were
Oh,
going to
No
say
Mercy,
No
and
Mercy.
Fucking Mercy.
No Mercy N64 is fantastic.
Great game. Great.
So
I knew
good.
it. I knew
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the
But,
goddamn best wrestling game that's ever existed.
Well,
All right.
it's really
It's
good.
so good.
WrestleMania 2000 is really good, and WCW, NWO, Revenge, like those are the three holy trinity of wrestling console games. Like they will never be beaten. Even so much so that people have taken those games and basically they have new versions of them with modern wrestlers. They have classic versions. They're just incredible.
Yeah.
Wait, what game is this?
So
Aerobatic Dogfight.
This is acrobatic dogfight. This is
Acrobatic,
one
yeah.
of the games included on this machine. So I figured I'd show you guys some footage of each game so you guys can get an idea if you've never heard of or played any of these titles before. But
Yeah, it's like a ripoff of like the 1942, 1943 games.
Just, with way worse graphics, right?
Yeah,
it's the Temu 1942.
that's
and
right. Yeah, if you're looking for a
1940
shittier experience, this is the one to play.
Hey, look,
Yep.
there's clouds below you.
This is top down, Justin. Okay.
So that's
flying
Dogfight. I don't know
above
if
the
there's any.
clouds.
Hey, if you're a big fan of that arcade game, Dogfight, let us know in the live chat. But also, now when it comes to
39.
so you are going to get 3 wrestling games. You're going to get WrestleFest, WWF Superstars, but they're also throwing in the big pro wrestling from Technos, classic Technos title. And I don't know how many of you guys remember this wrestling game.
No one
Yeah.
does because like this is not
better than WrestleFest.
no, but they have so many good wrestling games outside of licensed ones. I'm fascinated they put this one on there instead of some of the other ones.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Wasn't this one included with AtGames? Did AtGames have this one?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, but Carl's commented about the iArcade earlier. iArcade did have a bunch of the Technos wrestling games on there, so
Yep.
there were some good ones.
Yeah, all the Mat Mania games should be on
Mat
here,
Mania,
right?
yeah.
I mean, they look very similar, right? So, but there you go. There's 3 of them. They should just give them all 3, right? Like instead of just one. But there you go. There's that's the Big Pro Wrestling, came out in 1983 by Technos, and this one right here is Super Dodgeball, guys.
Oh, this one's a winner.
This actually, despite the graphics not aging as well as you would want them to,
No, this looks
this one's
great.
actually a
What are you
super
talking
fun arcade game to play. This one really is. So I'm okay with this title, just like what Mike said. So this one's okay.
Yeah,
I'm more than okay with this title. I mean, what does that mean? The graphics didn't age as well.
Well, I
Like
mean,
you said,
it's old. It's old
on.
AF. It doesn't look as pretty as some. Let's be honest. Some arcade games still look beautiful. You
That
know what
guy
I mean?
right
looks
there
better than
looks like
Double Dragon. That's for sure.
that guy right there looks like a buff 19K Fox.
So yeah, I think this was a good ad for this machine to give it a little diversity. So yeah.
I like to have that dodgeball on my arcade. That's for sure.
Yeah. Carl, did you say that main character looked like Double Dragon?
No, I said
No, he said it looks better than
graphics
Double
looks
Dragon.
Better than the Double
Okay.
Dragon graphics.
Because they are the Double Dragon characters. Everything uses the Double Dragon artwork here.
Yeah.
Everything.
But yeah, this is a fun one. So glad they chose that one. And then of course you're gonna get the classic WWF Superstars. Let's take a peek right here for folks.
Not the WWF, just the W.
Well, yeah. What's interesting is they're gonna have to edit. They're gonna have to edit that F out of the mat.
Yeah, get the F out. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get the F out of the mat. That's gonna be tweaked a little bit, right? And because we saw on the games list, it just had the W, the WW. It didn't have the F. So
Yeah, the World Wildlife Fund will come and get them if they leave the F in.
yeah. So how many fans
I
out
don't
there
think
like the
that's either.
Superstars game? I think there's some people who like the Superstars game more than WrestleFest. I guess it depends on your flavor of game.
I didn't.
So-
I don't remember being able to do finishing moves, but I just saw a couple Boss Man slams there. That was
yeah,
awesome.
did you see it? That was his sidewalk. He did like a sidewalk slam, wasn't it?
Bossman Slam, it's called. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Canadian version.
Oh, that's the actual version. It's called the Bossman Slam.
Chris Ford says the characters are iconic. I agree. I mean, these are screenshots already show what it looks like. They edited the ROMs to be. I don't know where those screenshots are, Wild Bill. So you're gonna have to share those screenshots, buddy. But take a peek right here. Oh, wait, we're just looking at the same characters right here. It's got Andre the Giant in it. Can't complain about Andre.
In this game, you're trying to win against the Mega Bucks. The tournament leads up to your championship match against the Mega Bucks.
I can't wait to watch Michael B stream this.
I will. Definitely before the cab comes out, too.
Well, he said he's not buying it if they only ship the Ultra to Canada.
That is 100% true. I have no interest in the Ultra for WrestleFest at all.
Now, one of Michael B's favorite games is obviously the headliner, and that's WrestleFest. In fact, Mike recently did a WrestleFest live stream, and I think Mike proved to the world he is a real gamer because you kicked ass at WrestleFest. You beat that game and had a blast doing it on your live stream, Mike.
Yeah,
that was really cool to watch.
Took down the Legion of Doom, won the tag titles, and then went back and beat the Royal Rumble. I got eliminated, actually, my first Royal Rumble. That was, no matter how strong you are, how much energy you have, you can't get close to the ropes, right? So, yeah, WrestleFest is a lot of fun. I constantly fight with the community on this. I think it is a lot of fun, but this is one of those games that online would have helped a lot. Being able to do Royal Rumbles against other people, tag matches against other people, this would definitely help the replayability. But I understand the other side of the component, people saying, oh, no one's online, I don't even go online. So that's fine too.
Yep. Carl, come on, man. You remember classic WrestleFest. But you told me, I think it was last week or the week before, you said that this wasn't really your game back then, was it?
Yeah, but of all the games, this would be the one I would play.
Right, out of the 5, because we've showed all 5 now. So there you go.
And
Console
the dodgeball would be sick.
Yeah, dodgeball's fun. Console Kids, what do you think, man?
It's not enough to pull me in.
Yeah.
I mean, just to have access to the games, like when you can play them alternately, So it's all about with home arcade. It's does that specific cabinet appeal to you physically that you would have in your collection? Does that game mean something to you?
Right. To have that as functional furniture in your home, right? Because we could play all these games in so many ways, right?
So the cabinet isn't appealing enough by itself. They don't have the coin doors, they're going backwards. Like
Carla and I are just going to add all these games to our arcade.
Well, the Supreme does have the coin doors, so that's why I like the Supreme. The Supreme is basically a continuation of the Arcade1Up XL line. We are getting an XL cab. You can see it right here. It's a 19-inch screen, taller. Does have the coin door. The Centipede version does have more accurate arcade art. This one has the 4-player control deck. I'm all in on getting the XL. This would be something I'm all about. I think we forget sometimes, like when we talk about these arcades, we're just like, I wouldn't get that one. I wouldn't get that one. But we forget that part of the reason these are out and why they're so interesting is certain games and certain releases have like massive nostalgia for you. And this is one of those ones. This is one of the arcade games that pulled me in. Started to get me to go to the arcade. This, Superstars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So actually having the physical cab, it's not about just playing the game. It's about the sensory nostalgia that comes with seeing the actual cabinet there as well.
Hey, Paul's got eyes like an eagle. There's a tabletop version on the right. So if if we zoom in right here, guys, look, there's a countercade right here, WrestleFest countercade. WrestleFest countercade, you got that deluxe with the 17-inch, and then you'll have the XL Supreme with the 19-inch, 4 players, and a coin door down here as well. So different options to fit different budgets if it's something you want in your home. So that's interesting. Carl, are we going to be able to see you put a battery or a handle on this countercade at least? We need those mod videos, buddy.
Yeah, I just this basic company is it's just not on my radar. It's not something I'm excited for. It's not something I'm anticipating. Now, if they come out with the right cabinet, maybe they'll change my mind. But at the same time, it's just basic fun.
Yeah, Carl, they're doing a Tempest and a Centipede. I think it's a Centipede. Tempest and a Centipede countercade, and then the WrestleFest countercade as well.
Yeah, if they did a full size, the what you call the Ultra? What's the bigger one? 19-inch.
Ultra, yeah, Supreme.
If they did an Ultra Centipede with the
Supreme
right
Centipede.
ratio, what's that?
Sorry, so they're doing a 19-inch Supreme Centipede. They are doing that. The only problem is it's got a horizontal screen.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They screwed up the opportunity to do it the right way and not follow Arcade1Up with that madness. They would have a hit on their hand.
Yeah, that I was heartbroken too when I found out it was a horizontal screen.
Now, if any of these machines are outside your budget, don't worry, guys. WrestleFest is going to come out at the local Walgreens and CVS near you, right here.
That's not WrestleFest, friends. That is
wait.
WrestleMania, and those are the console games.
Oh yeah.
That's the
So
way to go. That's
get
actually
ready. You know, when you're going to Walgreens to pick up your prescription, you might be able to grab a little wrestling on the way out the door from the toy aisle at the Walgreens. So there you go. But interesting, guys. What do you think of that lineup? The price tag, is this something you're interested in? Either the tabletop, the Supreme, or the Ultra? Let us know in the chat. We'll get your comments on the screen while we kind of wrap up here. Me, I'm like, WrestleFest was the only title I was interested in from Basic Fun because it's the only one that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, it's new. That's the exciting thing, right?
Like, you know, like the fact that they're doing Star Wars and Pac-Man and they're doing, what else are they doing? Centipede and stuff. I'm like, been there, done that. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see. I want to see what the final prices are once this stuff comes out. Go ahead.
Well, we're told it's $4.99 for the Ultras, $5.99 for the Supremes. We'll see if tariffs and the slowdown that caused with Basic Fun will change any of that. I think the thing to remember with Basic Fun, they are doing a smart thing coming out of the gate with a title we've never seen before.
Sure,
but
WrestleFest,
I think for people hoping that this is like new hope and a new path forward in home arcade, I wouldn't get that excited. I think this is a path forward with another company making games, and every now and then we might get something new sprinkled in, but expect them to revisit a lot of the titles Arcade1Up did. And the good thing is we might get Supremes, XL versions of some of those cabs as well.
I don't have a problem with them regurgitating some of those products if they're products that people can no longer get who haven't had the opportunity.
Sure.
I don't have an issue with that.
I just wish it was No Mercy for the N64.
Yeah, let's just put that in an arcade game. Then we'll do an Astrobot arcade and all kinds of other stupid shit.
An
right,
Astrobot arcade would be the shit.
Come on with a Tekken cab, and then we can talk.
You know what? Earlier, we almost completely missed this, but how about a big shout out in the live chat for B. Kirby, who gifted 10 Super Game Room Dudes memberships to members of our live chat. Thanks so much, B. Kirby. We appreciate your support. You are an awesome guy. Thanks so much for sending that over. We don't know anything about a release date except for it's supposed to be this holiday season, so that kind of stuff.
Yeah, apparently, Paul, they're the company that basically replaced Arcade1Up in Costco with the XL line. So I expected them September, but the problem with this is it leans into the Iconic situation as well. Everybody's like, Iconic's not coming. Like, people just pretend that like the tariff situation and everything that went on didn't have any impact on anybody. Literally everybody was delayed because of it, except for Arcade1Up somehow. But Basic Fun was delayed, Iconic was delayed, New Wave Toys was delayed. Everybody was delayed because of it. So I don't know if these will get here October. I don't know if these will get here December or even in 2025, to be honest.
What's the last month of the year again?
December.
Yeah, December.
If I'm going to have to come here and constantly get a abused because of my accent. I am
That's not an accent.
really
We
rethinking.
make fun of Nostalgia's accent all the time.
No,
You're just
nobody
really
makes
not
fun of
gonna-
Nostalgia's
so-
accent.
Then get
We just make fun of
about it.
nostalgia instead.
Now, Mike did have one more thing he wanted to talk about tonight, real quick, with you guys. So we'll hop over there real quick. Just want to, I would just love to say, here's our update for AtGames. Their shit's broken. They said they're working on it, and leave it at that and end the show. However, Mike's contractual obligations to talk about Star God must be fulfilled. Mike, please tell us: is this the Zaccaria game for us to buy?
Full screen, please.
Yes, full screen.
Full screen on Mike here. Go ahead, Mike.
I had a chance to play it last night. I did a live
Disclosure
stream.
first. Disclosure.
Disclosure. AtGames provided me with the code for the game. Had a chance
And
to play it.
what did they do to you if you failed to make content on this game?
Nothing. There was. I didn't make one on Magic Castle Deluxe. Everything seems to be fine. Nobody kidnapped my kids. I think we're good.
Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. So I played it. I actually had a lot of fun. It's, the exact same Zaccaria game, still has the same physics. This one was really interesting. Had 6 bumpers up top that I thought that was really, really interesting. Really easy to get into modes, really simple gameplay. Like if you're a novice pinball player, there's a lot to like here. Really easy to start modes, easy to start multi-ball, easy to put up a lot of points. This is one I would say consider. Now, the actual artwork on the table, I did find a little bit busy, like really busy, but overall, I had a lot of fun. Good call outs, music, sound was good. Yeah, I digged it. I dug it.
And how much did they sell it for?
$8.
$8. There you go.
It's a good value.
So if you are able to buy the game, if you are able to enter your code, if you are able to play the game and get it installed, then this might be for you. Otherwise, don't even bother. Wait a couple more weeks until they fix their broken ass.
Tim York,
4K,
Justin,
HD or one or the other or both.
only on the 4K right now. They're having problems with the HD. They couldn't release Magic Castle. I don't think they got this one out either. So the HD is still kind of fucked up. So, Justin, you would have appreciated this. Tim York was watching, and where the 6 bumpers are up top, there's this thing where you get extra bumper points. So he was harassing me. He was like, you got to nudge. You got to nudge. You got to nudge. And I was like, listen, man, everybody's taught me how to nudge. Tried to teach me. If I'm not going to nudge for console kits, I'm not going to nudge for you, Tim. But he kept pushing me, and you would have been proud. I was nudging. Yeah. There you go.
You get the pop bumpers going in a little circle.
Oh, yeah.
A nudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta see. That's the thing about AtGames. Look, if you like to gamble, you like scratch tickets. You just like to throw away your money. You can spend $8, and you might not get a game, and that's okay. Or you might get the game. So what's better? Pay $8 and guarantee to get the game, or you get to play 2 games. That is, whether you get to play the game is the game. And then the reward of playing said game. There you go.
You guys are
I'm going to take the 2 games, sir.
Yeah, it's like, win-win.
Just a huge reminder, guys, when our broadcast goes off the air, we are going to automatically redirect you over to Galga Guy 88's channel. Him and Burger Tide Babe are going to be talking more about the Nintendo Direct, as well as making an awesome alcoholic beverage. That sounds really, really cool. So we'll automatically send you over there. Guys, I think we made it through the whole punch list. I think we're good to go. I want to go play some golf. It's hot dog night. I got hot dogs waiting for me downstairs. I'm excited. If you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, do me a favor, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. Massive thank you for Console Kits. He came out.
Thank you
he
so much.
came out from under the couch to hang out with us.
All
and as
of you were
always,
very nice, except for Michael B.
everyone was.
I was not mean to you. I was mean to other people.
You swore 10 times more than normal.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did
you
swear
were
a lot
very-
tonight. I
You were
apologize,
terrible.
everybody.
You were
Weird child.
terrible.
Yeah.
You were terrible.
The
You
annoying
even-
part is how you apologized so much for it.
Yeah. I mean, you were so mean. Look what you wrote in the live chat. AtGames, fix your broken ass shit, please and thank you. Look what you wrote in the chat
Mike,
there.
that's really rude. They're supporting you in many ways.
They're giving you
should be
free
kind.
pinball every week, and that's
They don't
what you
have
wrote
to
in the
guarantee their
chat?
product. They
Oh my
try.
goodness.
They don't have to.
All right, guys.
I'm not going
Carl-
to be playing golf, by the way. I didn't appreciate MG's saltiness, so I will not be playing golf tonight. Enjoy your
I'll
games.
take a spot. That's fine.
You're going to play golf with us, Mike. Calm down. All right. Carl, whenever you're ready, send everyone on their way. Thanks so much, guys. You have a great weekend.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. P-Dubs, I'm looking forward to playing Chicago this weekend. And we both lost to these clowns on the lower left.
Easy victory for the Bears.
We both have to win, but you guys aren't going to be able to do it. So,
all right.
Well, we shall see. Guys, we appreciate you. We love you. And until next time, we'll see you on the web. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Go Bears.